Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And I see my subscriber count is going up, which is great. Keep up the good work, guys. I appreciate it. Helps me enjoy doing more of these videos. So this recipe is from definitely PA in the northern states where the Amish and Mennonites live. And being in Florida, don't hardly see it. So today's recipe is going to be stuffed cabbage rolls. So I make mine a little different than everybody else. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Let's get her started. So here's the ingredients we're going to be using in today's recipe. Obviously the rice, burger, and this is lean. You want to make sure you get lean. Cabbage, spices, and these little other things I have in here are unique to me. So we get this going here. Now I had to get 2 small heads of cabbage because that's really all the store had was these 2 small heads of cabbage left. Normally you want 1 big one, 3 to 4 pounds, but I got to do it this way. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to start our water here. We're going to get this rolling a while, and we're going to get a sharp knife out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut right along this edge here and take this core out. And we're going to do that to both of them. And just cut it at an angle without cutting yourself. And we're going to pop that core out of there. Oh, it didn't go all the way through. Alright, pretty much got that core out. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep these other leaves as well. These are the ones we really ain't going to roll with. This one's a little dirty, so we're not going to keep that one. But what we're going to do is when this water starts to boil, we're going to take this head and we're going to put it in there upside down like that, and we're going to leave it in there for 15 to 20 minutes till these start to open up and soften up, and then we'll pull it out. And I'll wait for that water to boil and I'll be back. Alrighty, now this has started to boil, we're going to turn it down just medium-high heat, and we're going to take the head of cabbage and we're going to drop it in, the core down. I can fit both of them in there, and then put these extra leaves in there as well, because we'll be using them for something later. We're going to put this on the lid and we're going to let this medium simmer for 20 minutes to get them leaves to soften up. Alrighty, now in the meantime, while we're waiting for this cabbage to soften up, we're going to take our 2 pounds of ground beef here, and again, we want lean. Put that in a bowl. Now we're going to take, let's see here, I'll make a small hole so I can put this in the jar later. We're going to put in 1 cup of white rice. Okay, 1 cup of white rice. Pour that in there. Now, this calls for 1 large onion or a 1/2 cup of dried onion. So, again, everybody does my videos. I'm not very much on the raw onion. So, we are going to put in the dehydrated onion. And because it's dehydrated, we use half the amount that we need normally. So, this is about a 1/2 cup of dried onion. Okay. Then, we're going to take 1 heaping tablespoon, because I use the minced garlic and not the cloves. We're going to take 1 heaping tablespoon of garlic and put that right on in there. Okay. And we're going to take a 1/2 cup of chopped parsley here. And extra parsley doesn't hurt in this recipe. It actually kicks it up just a little bit. And we're going to take 1 small can of tomato sauce. 1 small can of tomato sauce. Here's my little handy dandy little wireless, cordless, whatever you want to call it, can opener. That's what I use to open all my cans. It only takes a second to get around there. Put my onions away. parsley. Any second now. Okay. We are done. Okay. Did not cut all the way through. Okay, well, guess I'll have to stick it back on again because that didn't cut all the way through. Of course, now it doesn't want to grab it. There we go. Try it one more time. There we go. I heard it pop that time. Guess I didn't have it all the way around. And normally this just pops right off, so I don't know why it's giving me a hard time today. You know what's going to happen here? Lucky for me, that this actually cuts on the side, so I can't really get too hurt with this. Maybe give me a moment to be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So, this can I did not realize it had little small dents on the sides there, and it wouldn't get in there to cut those open. I ran it around again, and it popped it open that time. Okay, so now that we got one small can of tomato sauce in there, now we're going to put on our handy dandy glove here, and we're going to give this a mix, just like you would mix meatloaf. Get it all incorporated together, because this is going to be our mixture that we put inside the cabbage leaves. We want to have the rice dry because as it starts to cook, it's going to absorb some of them liquids up and it will hold the burger and everything together like a cement almost, and glue it all together. Okay, that looks pretty good. So, I'll drop the piece out. We're going to now have to wait until that cabbage is ready to be pulled out and roll our leaves. Alrighty, now it's been about 20 minutes. We're going to take these heads of cabbage out of here. Turn them upright like that. Whew, definitely hot. Glad I got this nice spoon here to get these out. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them sit and cool down for a few minutes. And see how that just falls right off of there? That's how we're going to be doing it. We're just going to open this up and let all that just fall apart. And we'll take those leaves and then start building our rolls. Okay, so I'm trying to make 16 rolls. And I only have 12 of the leaves here. And this is getting where it's towards the center of the heart. Still a little hard in here. So we're going to put this back in the pot and let them just sit in that hot water for a few more minutes. And while those are sitting there, we're going to start assembling our leaves that we have now. So one of the things we have to do, let me grab another knife here. I want a little better knife. So what we're going to do here is this hard spine right here on all the leaves. We're just going to trim that off. Because it'll never fold right if that's on there. So we're just going to trim this down so they roll nice and even. Okay, we're going to put that over to the side. And that's all we're going to do. On all these leaves, we're just going to trim down this big, thick stalk here. Because that's what we want to get rid of. We want to have it roll nice and easy. Okay? After I get those done, I'll get more leaves off. And once I get to 16, then we'll start rolling. Alrighty. Now that we have our leaves ready to go here, we're going to start filling them in. Put maybe a quarter of a cup in each one of them. Roll it down. Roll it just like a sub. Fold it under. Put them right in the pan, just like that. Okay. Again, quarter cup. That's actually a little big, but that's okay. You can make some bigger, some smaller. Give us a little roll. That one didn't turn out very well. That wasn't a very good leaf. But once we jam them all in the pan together, they'll be sitting nice. Take a little less on this one. And you want to roll it where the thin is down here at this end, and that hard root, or whatever you want to call that, the heart up here at this end. And as you roll, fold those in and then set it down on that, so you don't have to use toothpicks or whatever to hold them together. Okay? See how they're laying in there nice and neat? We're going to fill this whole pan and then we'll be back. Alrighty. So I had a little extra meat. They were just over two. It was like 2 pounds and a quarter. So I had to pull a couple of those extra leaves off them heads that were soaking, which is great because now I got a few extra ones. There's 14 in this one, and it was supposed to be 16, but I ended up with let's see, 18, 20, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, in a bowl here, we're going to take a cup of water. I'll take 1 cup of water, and I use V8. V8 has all those vegetables in there, the extra little spices. This is low sodium because we don't really need all that salt in there with the burger and the rice and everything. We're going to put 1 cup of V8 in there. Now, this is supposed to be for 1 pan, so I might have to add some for the second pan here. Let me just get a spoon here and stir this around. And we're just trying to dump that in there. Yeah, that actually is going to come out pretty good. So I'm going to make a small one here. We're going to make a 1/2 cup of each one of these. Again, not quite a half in each one for the smaller pan. Okay. Let's put this over there. Give us a little stir. Put that in there. Okay. Now, this is one of my things. I love cheese on everything just about. So we're going to sprinkle the top with cheese here. Right on top of those little cabbage rolls. And I'm using mild cheddar. You don't want an overpowering taste of cheese on these because you're trying to taste all the beef and all the spices that you put inside the beef for the filler. We're going to sprinkle this right on top. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take out them leaves that we put in there from earlier that we weren't going to use to roll, and we're going to put those right over the top. The reason we're doing this is we want the liquid to stay inside there and not let the cabbage itself get all dried out and rubbery as it's baking. Okay. I'm just going to put them right over the top. Cover each one of them like so, because these will be a waste. These are wasted later. These will be for waste later. We'll pull those off, and all that cheese, everything will be sitting down there in the bottom. We're going to put some on this side. Cover those up as well. I made this a few times without the leaves on the top, and they just get a little, I don't know, the edges get a little tough. You're trying to bite through it, and I don't like that leaf. So let's keep as much moisture in there as we can. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cover these and bake at 350 for 1.5 hours. That is correct, 1.5 hours. All right, everyone. Just pulled these out. Open it up. It's still really hot. But I'm going to take a gander in there and take a look. Oh my. Now what we're going to do here, I'm going to get a broadway plate here. Again, these were just on there. You can see how it started to dry out on the top here, and that's why we had these on here. I'll take all these off of there. Man. Look at how that cheese just sat right on there. And there you go. Look at that. Nice and tender. We're going to scoop some of these out and cut it up and take a bite. Alrighty, you can see here how these come out on the inside. Rice is all cooked. A little bit of the juice. Great flavor. Got some of this cabbage here. Nice and juicy as well. If I can get it to stay on this pork. Man, that was really good. A little salt and pepper, and you'll be ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to be eating on some of these. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching my video.